What's poppin'? It's 94 feet where we apply pressure, where the talk get real, where the talk get ill. I go by the name of Shiz, the R&B hero. Legacy is priority. I got the fellas here with me. Introduce yourselves.
J.O., Joey V, Pressure Bust Pipes.
What's poppin', man? It's E.Rich, Financial Freedom, the movement.
Hey, Euro, it's Rod. New slogan today. You can live through anything if magic made it.
And you already know, man, memories over money. It's your boy Fury. Let's get it.
Yeah, here on 94 FT, we like to speak on realistic topics. The topics could be just about anything. Feel free to leave your comments, leave questions. You just might get your questions rebutted right here, right now, on this live session at 94 FT.
Talk about it.
Let's get it going. We ain't no politicians. We just got our own vision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, fellas, holla at me. What's your own vision on what can make America great?
Look, man, first off, man, I think they put this Make America Great in a box, you feel me? To me, it ain't nothing about no race or nothing. It's what I feel needs to be better or needs to be replaced with what we doing now. Like, first off, my biggest thing is sensitivity in the world, man. The world too daggone sensitive, man. It made it sensitive, man. Media, all that sensitive. Sports, sensitive. Y'all sensitive, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to boost it up, get back to where we was thugging it out, like getting to it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all making people, it's soft, the whole bullying and stuff. Like, man, it builds character. That's how I feel. So that's my put on that. Make America great again.
I'm going to say, man, make America great again. You got to, you know what I mean? We got to come together and be as one, man. It can't be divided, all white people against black people, Asian people against Mexican people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to come to as one, man. Make America great, man. It got to be equal schools, man. All these kids got to be able to have equal education, man. You know what I'm saying? This kids that's going to school that's less fortunate than other kids. Single family homes, you know what I'm saying? We got to stop that. We got to stop these women from depending on the welfare systems. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to have equal opportunity, man. Just equal everything. You know what I'm saying? These college students out here getting hundreds and thousands of dollars of debt when that really should be free. You know what I'm saying? We should be going to college for free. People coming out of college with no getting your degree, not getting a job in your field, and now you hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
And with not a penny to your name.
Nothing to your name, you know what I'm saying? Just the school system, how they set up, what they teaching our kids that's coming up. It's a lot, man. That my version of making America great again, man, but it starts at them small things, man. That's just my opinion on it.
Right, definitely, I agree. I definitely agree, and I'm going to go ahead and say, man, I'm going to keep mine short and sweet. Hey, nice hat, fellas, by the way. Ain't rocking with none of them, none of that. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, you know, man, we all just need to come together as one. We just all need to, you know, love each other, embrace each other, and that's just how I feel about it. And so when that happens, man, ain't nothing going to change. You know, at the end of the day, if we ain't doing that for one another and we just looking at each other, you know, downplaying the next man, the next woman, you know, man, when we come together as one, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, black, brown, green, purple, then that's when America would be great. That's my take on it.
For real.
Talk to us, Rob.
Hey, man, I like all you guys' answer. I feel like what would make America great again is things like along the line of gun control, man. Don't give a gun to just anybody out here, man. Like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? People cry about, you know, black on black violence or, you know, any kind of violence, you know, church shooters, the whole nine. Like, check who you giving your guns to, bro. Like, let somebody have, like, let it be a credential that you gotta have that. Like, don't just give it to the average Joe and not know what he's gonna do with it. Like, and another thing where I feel like people should stop being sensitive, but I think people overthink it more than just sensitive. People try to make it more about something that it ain't. Where it's like, you know, oh, you see the hat, you know, you see young black fellas wearing a hat. Like, guys, it's nothing more than a piece of material, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It get made in the factory like, you know what I'm saying, any other hat you see out here, my guys. Like, I see worse on hats. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can, you know what I'm saying? You can see somebody out here with Zans and pills on their head, and that don't irk you.
Right.
Yeah, skulls, guns, the whole 9 yards. Things that you don't like, where it's like people always like, oh, you know, we offer peace, but the first sign where, you know, it's some conflict, you be ready to jump at it, though. You see a cat put a hat on, you be ready to jump down his throat, where it's like the stuff that really matter, the real causes out here, poverty. You know what I'm saying? Right. Still out here at large. large, but you don't care nothing about that, man.
Right.
It's all about the hat.
Right, I'm gonna touch on that too, man. It's just like what can make it great for me was like the schools and teaching everybody about financial education.
Absolutely.
Nobody's getting none of these schools are teaching financial education. None of these schools, they're not teaching you how to make your money work for you.
Right.
How to wake up and get residual income. They're going to teach you more so about how to go learn and go get a job. They're not going to teach you how you can be successful and be your own entrepreneur. That's what I feel like America should be doing great. And then there'll be more people out of poverty though. If you teach people how to make their money work for them instead of working for other people though. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to school, I feel like, honestly to me, I feel like college could be a trap. If you don't figure out a way to overcome college, it can become a trap. Because you can be in debt and still not get that job, like E.Rich said, get that job coming out, then you forced to work in another job out of your field. And you still didn't learn how to make your money work for you, and you still didn't learn how to be your own self-made.
Right.
They still don't teach you that. Another thing I feel like they can do better on is they need to find out another way that everybody can afford health insurance. That's super important to have health insurance and life insurance as well. That's another way. They need to come up with ways where everybody can afford this health and life insurance, though. Life insurance is probably pretty much affordable, but people don't think about that. That's another way that you can build financial freedom, though. It's through your life insurance. Another thing I feel, in touch with what Rod said, was that the gun laws. I feel like I don't understand why all the states in America are all on different gun laws, or like why? Why is everybody not on the same gun laws?
So you think we should all be
everybody should have the same gun. Like New York, you're getting time. You know you facing time in New York if you come with a gun. I feel like everybody would think about them consequences. I feel like the murder rate would be down, and I feel like the crime rate would be down if you get rid of these guns. But it's all about money. Guns ain't going nowhere because it's all about money. But if they get rid of these guns, it would be helpful to the whole community. I feel like the only people that should have guns is people in service, and I feel like cops should only be the ones that have guns. Other than that, everybody else, we should only be able to have a pocket knife. You know what I'm saying? That's just
I want to
me.
go as far as that. I mean, because I do know like it could fall into the wrong hands, so I do want to have one if it's to protect. Like you gotta have it. Like you should have to go to a class, like somebody should be able to have to sit down with you and know your intent.
But if you know it's
having that baby,
right, but
like,
if you know it's
not just to have one to have
right,
one,
but if you know it's no guns, if I know you're not supposed to have a gun, you're not supposed to have a gun. You know what I'm saying? We can duke it out. It's back to fighting.
Right.
If you're not, they don't want to do that. You ain't if you know you're not supposed to have a gun, you don't think.
What you want to agree with?
I ain't agreeing with that, like not having no guns.
Why not?
Because somehow, some way, the criminals are still going to get their hands on the gun.
Right, and then what's going to happen?
You, a good guy, don't have no gun. I'm running up in you.
Right, yeah,
I'm running up in you.
But if you know you get caught with a gun,
right,
and you can get 25 years,
right,
what's the chance?
You in trouble.
Hey, but
somebody gonna chance it.
Yeah,
I'm saying, but it's gonna be down.
It's gonna be down. The whole point
is gonna be down. But whoever got one, they're gonna be running through everybody though.
Running up in it.
Right.
I'm just saying that's just my way that can make America great, man. And another main thing, the main thing, because man, it's always gonna be evil and good. It's always gonna be evil and good. It's always gonna be somebody that don't like you in this world. You always gonna not like somebody.
Right.
But we gotta have respect.
Period.
If you respect somebody, then that's what it is. It ain't gonna be no problems if you respect somebody. Like the world needs to learn how to respect each other. Period. If you respect,
space,
if you respect, you put that respect, man. It's gonna help everything. Period.
Right, for sure.
I see
hey,
that
man,
live.
we're gonna go to the live. We're gonna get the live rocking. I see we got my man Ant. He said if we come together as one, how would that make it great again? If everybody came together as one, I mean, how would that make it great again?
There wouldn't be no hate.
Right, it wouldn't be no hate.
Yeah,
it'll be all love.
Right.
Yeah, now everybody shooting for the same goal.
I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna be all love, but it's gonna be respect.
Right.
It's gonna be respect. If everybody coming together as one, especially our black community. We got to come together as one. We still fighting amongst each other as well.
Oh yeah,
we the worst.
Period. We're still fighting amongst each other as well. Like, yes, we're fighting against other things as well too, but we're fighting against each other. And we got to come together as one and respect each other.
For sure.
We're not respecting each other. We're not trying to build each other up. Like, we more so like downing each other for the great that coming for other people. Like, I just feel like, man, we respect each other to get there.
I feel like coming together, like it's gonna it alleviates the negative. Like if you got somebody, everybody, one team, one dream in it, like you ain't got room for the bickering, the fighting, or being judgmental. Like one is one. Like that's simple and plain. Like it ain't no. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing rocket science about that. Like if we won here at 94 feet, like you know what I'm saying?
One band, one sound.
Happens, bro. Like you gotta have that.
Hey, moving on. Next topic. Check dig though. While we on that combo though, is Kanye West putting on a publicity stunt for the remarks he made about slavery, or was he serious?
I didn't take it serious, and me watching Kanye as long as I've watched Kanye through the media, through the TV. Come on, man, guys, man, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we really talking about? Like, this guy is known for the antics, man.
Right. So you think it's a publicity stunt?
Man. My album's coming out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, my name isn't as buzzing as it used to be on a music level or on a. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say so much popping, but it's hot topic. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's getting his name back riled up in the media. Now, is it some truth to it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe that there's some truth to it, but I think it came out wrong. So in my eyes, I look at it like, all right, man, you wasn't in your right state of mind. You just went off you know what I'm saying? You just went off the shoulder with it. Like I'm gonna say what's on my, you know what I'm saying, on my mind right now, bro. And I didn't take, you know what I'm saying, I didn't take it to heart, man. I didn't take it seriously. I laughed at it when you know what I'm saying, when I read about it and I actually sat down and watched it. I took some tidbits, but other than that, bro, come on, man. I know a publicity stunt when I see one.
It is antics, man, but he means every single word he says, man. He may have said it wrong. I think he said it wrong.
Right.
But I think he was on the right path of what he was talking about.
Elaborate.
But and then people just take Kanye just in a negative way because the way he says stuff, man. He says stuff real condescending, like talking down on people. But I feel like his point of view was truthful. Like to me, the whole slave thing, I feel like if we came over here and there was so many slaves to each plantation, I know the master and them, they didn't have more. It wasn't more whites than blacks on that plantation. They could have overcame plantations, took over one by one. And like he said with the whole Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman said she freed thousands of slaves, but she could have freed thousands more if they knew they were slaves. That's real though. Like it was a mindset. It's all a mindset. If they would have got out that mindset and everybody had the mindset of Harriet Tubman, man, slavery wouldn't have lasted as long as it did. If we wouldn't have needed a piece of paper to tell us we were free. We would have just been free. Period. That's how I feel.
Okay.
I'm gonna touch back on that in a second. Go ahead. Go ahead, Fury.
Yeah, I definitely think Kanye was. First of all, I want to say mental illness is real. And we need to acknowledge those with mental illness and, help them the best way that we can.
Oh, you insinuating that? You putting that on that man?
I'm just saying. I'm not putting it on nobody. I'm just saying it's real. It's real? And when we see it, we need to, address. We need to give hugs.
Okay,
so you're a hug Kanye.
So you think he was serious?
But no, I think he was serious about what he was saying, and how my whole take on it, like what J.O. was saying, is definitely it's a mindset, just watching, even though it is a movie, what was it, the Nat Turner,
right.
Birth of a Nation, right. Like when they was going around taking over plantations, and then the little dude went to go snitch. Like he was terrified of what the outcome of being successful would have been than, sticking with the norm.
Well, I think that not so much successful, but the downside of it, because if you get caught, you get hung, my guy. It ain't like you don't get a slap on the wrist. Like cats had reason to not and saying like, oh, it's a choice where it's like, well, yeah, I can choose to not, be killed, to be at risk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like, oh, okay, I'm staying here and I know like if I run fast as I can straight, like I can outrun everybody, or you know what I'm saying, I'm tougher than every master. It's like, nah, he got the whip. If you know what I'm saying, if I don't run fast enough, I'm toast.
Fear.
I mean, man, I just feel like it definitely was an insensitive comment, and he wasn't really. I don't think he thought it was gonna really blow up like this when he said that. I really don't think what he said was gonna really. He didn't feel like it was gonna blow up like this. I feel like he was serious with what he said, but I don't feel like he thought it was gonna blow up like this. And I feel like the comment was insensitive, but I do understand where he was coming from, where he said, your mindset, the mindset for black people has to change, though. Mm-hmm. That's what I got from it.
Right.
But it was an insensitive comment, and I don't think slavery was a choice because you were being held against your own will.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I didn't put myself in a shackle.
Right. It was some people that were trying to get away from slavery, but they was held against their own will, though. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like his comments, he didn't know it was gonna blow up like this, and I do feel like it's a mental thing, though. You know what I'm saying? So
something wrong with Kanye?
Do I think something wrong with Kanye? I just think he a little bit different, man. He is. He got a different mindset, though. He really do.
I mean, when you in a different tax bracket too, fellas, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that has something to do with it as well. Like he not living the same everyday struggle that, you know what I'm saying, common Americans is on. He not on the same time. He on the same time with Donnie and them. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not getting a tax refund at the end of the year. He's getting 50% of his taken out. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? He don't have the same power, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we in the struggle, we down bad, we need to get up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And get something, make something of ourselves. Like, he's successful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, enough with all that, man. Hey, listen up. Kanye, your words was definitely powerful, man. I'm glad that you said what you said. You got all these people out here in the world going crazy. You got all these people out here in the world that's just woke and their antennas is up because with your words that you said was that's how powerful it was, man. Look at everybody. I can't even get on social media without seeing a status with your name on it.
Right.
Man, but slavery, man, was definitely a choice, man. Like, you really had that choice to really go to bed at that plantation that night. Everybody wasn't shackled down to that bed. Everybody wasn't held captive. You had a chance to get out of there. You had a chance to fight. I mean, come on, man. They was raping guys' wives.
right.
Selling people's kids. You didn't have a chance to fight against that.
But I'm saying, so
hold on, fella. You had the stage.
Okay.
Let me get mine off.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? You got people that's, you know what I'm saying? They could have did something about that. Think about it. What if slavery came today right now? And they said, hey, Joe Vaughn, hey, Joey V, hey, Fury, Rod, Shiz, y'all slaves right now. Come over here, get tied up. You gonna walk over here and get tied up? Exactly. So if they came today and they want to collect you and they want to collect your family, you gonna willingly give yourself up?
No.
You gonna willingly walk over there and say
they willingly did that?
Hold on, time out. I'm asking you a question though.
Yeah, I'm asking you that.
Are you gonna
willingly did that?
I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
Are you gonna willingly? Yes, they willingly. I think people willingly was surrendering
to slavery?
I think people was, like you said,
Not all of them
in the mind, enslaved. They wasn't strong. They was weak.
Millions of them got snatched out of their homes while they were sleeping, bro. What are you talking about? Millions. I'm not talking about thousands. Millions of people sleeping. In your sleep, you get snatched up.
So
you
what if you
fighting
get
that
snatched
off?
up? Then
You
what?
fighting that
You
off?
ain't gonna have a choice to fight back when you get snatched out your
And you
bed.
gonna get your life punched out by 10 white men. What are you talking about?
the whole village.
No, you're not a whole village.
Okay,
It's
hold
just
on,
you and your
hold on,
baby
hold on.
in there, bro.
So what happens?
You're painting the scenario like it's the hood there, like it's 10 of us and we waiting on them.
Hold on, time out.
You talking about sleep laying down, bro? You're getting gunned down.
What happens when
You're
you out
getting
there?
gunned down.
What happens when you out there in that field working on them hot days?
Uh-huh.
When you just out there working and you free to make something happen. What you doing out there then? You compliant, right?
So go ahead and try to go against them, and you're out here with
Right, so
nothing,
you saying
with nothing but garden tools and cast out, right?
So he basically said don't
You
do
gonna
nothing.
take a knife to it?
Fear.
No, don't kill yourself.
Hold on.
Don't put yourself at risk.
You basically saying don't do nothing because of fear, right?
Fear.
That's not because of fear.
Fear.
So you okay with dying?
No, but hold on.
Fear.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna try I'm gonna stand up for something.
Hold on, but he did say Joe.
You're gonna die trying. Look, and you're gonna be one of the millions that don't get talked about, except for Harriet Tubman gonna get talked about. Your life not gonna get talked about.
But you gonna go your whole life a puppet.
No, not at all. Not at all. That doesn't make you a puppet.
Hey, check Dick though, because he said that it was more slaves on the plantation than the owners.
Yeah, but you don't have a gun, bruh. If it's all y'all, y'all on the plantation, y'all on the plantation, y'all got this big plot. We about to try to go.
What about the people that was working inside the house?
Take one for the team, and there, and we're gonna be like, oh, your life is more precious than this person.
What about the person in the house?
Yeah, you got people in the house.
What I'm saying is your life more precious.
It's coming together.
So if y'all put together a plot, and I got the rifle out there. And I hear y'all putting together the plot, or I see y'all plotting. I'm getting gunned down on four.
Hey man, we got Victor, man, from the live feed. He said he just building up the hype for his album.
Shout out to Victor, man.
Victor saying he just building up the hype for his album that's coming out.
He is.
It go hand in hand, man. It's both ways, man. He's trying to raise awareness.
He's
trying to. I feel like it ain't like I said. It's a publicity stunt, but like behind every joke, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody tell a joke, and it might be like, oh, ha, it's some truth behind it though. Even if it cut deep, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it might be a publicity stunt, but what he said cut deep. It made you have a barbershop conversation about it. It made you have dialogue about it, bro. That's it. That's all.
Okay. We got my man Muggs from the live feed. He said, I think Kanye has an idea in head that he doesn't know. He just can't put it into words.
Hey,
right.
Yeah,
that could be true too. Man, I like
that's
that.
why I said again. That's why I said I understand what he was saying. I understand what he was trying to say. He was saying like we gotta get better mentally so we won't be in the same place year after year. Like that's what I really got from it, to be honest. It was an insensitive comment, like I said, but that's what I got from it though. And I feel like people was taking it and they making it their own though. Some people taking it a different way, and some people over here is taking it a different way.
I think it didn't come off malicious, or I think people felt targeted where it's like, bro, he ain't talking to you. I didn't go through slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know probably great grandparents or something like, so to me to sit here and be like, oh, I'm super sensitive to the slave movement. Like, I don't even know what I read in the books. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't preach you every person who was the first black person to do this and do that. Like, I can't, give that to you. I did that in high school, but
we got somebody from the live. They saying they couldn't read back then, so they wouldn't know where to go.
No direction, man. What has just been running out there with no direction, like 20 paces and a hit her right and then a bullet hit you.
So wait.
Into your story.
So how did Harriet Tubman know where to go?
She used people. She used different people.
So she was the only
She made
one
that choice, right?
She was the only one that was allowed to use people.
No, I'm not saying she's the only person allowed to use. But you're singling out one person who got rich. Do you know how many people that? Do you think that everybody got free? Like, she was the only one got free. That's why she made her name. Because she was able to get right. So what do you think the other? What do you think? What you think you get caught and you just get sent back to the plantation? Do you think that's what happens?
Yes.
When you run no, man. You
might get. You never know what your consequence gonna be.
No.
But she wasn't the only one that got caught
back there.
It was definitely. She got off that plantation because of what? A choice that she made. Not to be a slave anymore. And it was others that did it too. Got off of that plantation because of what?
So
it was a choice that they made.
So the people that waited until slavery was over, it
was a choice. Believe that. It was a choice.
I don't think so.
If they come today right now, it's a choice.
It's something held against you that got you being
Hey, J.O., if they come today right now,
you don't put yourself in shackles, bro. I never seen a person handcuff themselves. Like, I never, that's willingly doing it. That's willingly, I handcuff myself. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, 94 we rockin', man. 94 we poppin', man. Let's get it up through. We moving on. Hey, it's a special time for the ladies. We got a special guest in the building. It's a special Monday. Y'all know what it is. Hey, this person you can find on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Hey, Snapchat. She poppin'. She one of the best makeup artists in the world that I've seen. We gonna give a warm welcome for Kelly Rowland's sister, Essie the Fine. Give a warm welcome. Hey, go ahead and tell them, you know, where they gonna find you at.
Okay, my name is Essie Defined, and you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Google me.
Yeah, like I said, we gonna get it going, man. It's a special time for the ladies, you know. And I appreciate you coming on, and you know, we want to get your perspective on a couple of these topics we about to talk about. First topic we gonna get together, fellas. Can you help who you love? We gonna let the guests first. Ladies first. Ladies first. Ladies first. Can you help who you love?
I'm gonna say no. I feel like, you know, emotions are emotions and you can't control them. So even if your mind tells you this person is wrong for you, you still see people that end up in situations because of what? Their emotions. So no, I don't feel like.
What, Fury?
If I ever loved you, I always love you. That's how Nah, man, you definitely can't help who you love. You know, I mean, it's hard. You know, you get caught up in your emotions. And you know that person, it might be a late night and somebody just hit you.
Get out of here. That's a booty call.
No. It ain't even like that.
Okay.
Not even on that. Like, I ain't talking about no sexual activity or nothing.
Okay.
You know?
Platonic.
It could just
Platonic.
nah, that's it could be at night, it could be in the morning, you know, and
You
know,
just get that message.
Yeah, you just answer that phone. You
Like,
just
it's
you
her.
just pick it up, like
But what is it? Is it a conversation?
yeah, just a conversation, you know.
The conversation.
It might be
Talk
going
to
to
us,
the
bro.
show,
Talk
you
to
know.
us.
You better watch what you say.
Man, no, you can't, man. You can't, man. I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all, man. It's emotions play into it, and then sometimes it's time too, man. And when you put that time in, you put that effort in, like you don't want to, you know what I'm saying. You don't want to let that fall by the wayside. You know what I'm saying, off of just being like, oh, you know, arguments or something like that. It's like, man, I love you. I allow you to argue with me. Like people that you don't love, you don't take, you know what I'm saying, you don't let them take you to the edge, man. When you know what I'm saying, when you with your loved one, whether it be family or your significant other, really your significant other, like you're gonna tolerate and let other things happen that you won't let happen with the regular female or the regular male when it's coming from a lady. Like you gonna get at them if they say something that ain't, you know what I'm saying, on your time, like, oh, okay, you ain't got time for the regulars. But for wifey or hubby, you like, I'm dropping everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping everything.
Right.
Right.
J.O. talk to us, big dog.
Man, I feel like you can't control who you love, man. At a certain point, like at the beginning, you know, you already know, like if you're gonna have deep feelings for this person or not. Like you can distance yourself if you want to, but once you in love though, it's a hard track, man. But I feel like you can control it at the beginning, but it's different once you in love though. It's a whole different boundary when you in love. It's a trap. You can. My biggest thing is you gotta love somebody to hate them. You can hate somebody and love somebody at the same time. Like so, you can love somebody and hate. You can hate their guts, honestly. So it falls by the wayside with me. It's kind of hard to tell, but I feel like you can control it before you actually in it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna definitely say, you can definitely control and pick and choose who you love, man.
Get
Because
the mess out
I
of
mean,
here.
it's just people. You get a lot of people out here. You get a lot of people out here that get stuck in relationships because, like, you know what I mean? It's stuff that they done done for you, and you feel like you holding on to that good stuff that they done, but they doing you so bad over here that people be like, oh, I just can't help it. He done so much for me, but he beating on you over here, or he verbally abusing, or vice versa.
Well, that's
you know what I'm saying?
That's not love.
Abuse is not.
Then what is it?
That's not love.
That's
What
not
is it?
love.
I'm saying it could be though.
It's slavery. It's fear. It's a slavery.
Hey, but me, I feel like, ugh. I think you can though. I think you can help who you love. I think it just depends on like J.O. said, it just depends on what stage you at. In the beginning, for real, it just gotta be at the beginning. Like at the beginning, you gotta know, like, oh, I ain't trying to.
So is it who you love or who you fall in love with? Because loving somebody and falling in love is.
Thank you.
True. That's two different things.
Talk to him.
So
Talk to him.
what are
we talking about?
Like, if it's somebody, you said if it's somebody you fall in love with.
Can you help who you fall in love with?
Yes.
I think you can.
It's because I feel like it's the time you spend with them.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care who you are. If you spend a lot of time with anybody, you're going to feel something for that person.
But is it gonna be
But is it
love though? That ain't you ain't talk. I can spend every day with you. If you ain't my cup of tea, you ain't my cup of tea. Time ain't gonna make me love somebody.
But what's the difference in the love though? Because I love people. Sometimes I love people as friends too though.
Like
it's the difference between love and in love, like Essie said.
But I'm saying though, if you got girl A that's not your type, that you don't rock with, and girl B that this is your cup of tea, you rock with this person like that. You can spend the same amount of time, like 10 days straight. No time in between. You get the same amount of time with both of them.
Right.
Your love for one of them is going to supersede the other because you ain't feeling that.
Yeah.
But in love, are you talking about becoming in a relationship with? Because you could love somebody as a friend. Like I got friends. I got female friends that I still love though, bro. I love my cuz.
Nah, but that ain't the same. You don't love your cuz like you would love your girlfriend.
We're talking about male-female relationship.
We ain't talking
It's still time though. It's still time. It ain't no
You can spend 15 to 20 to 25 years. If you don't love that, you're never gonna love this.
True. I agree.
Right? You're never gonna love this.
Facts.
So
that's a tough one though.
Time doesn't calculate how much love you have for a person or when you fall in love or if you have love for that person. It happens when it happens. It can happen.
First sight.
There we
go. They put that out there for you.
But if you cut the soul ties, like would that end the love?
That's love at first sight.
Explain.
Like if you in the
right, like you know how they always be saying like your soul ties, like
you're always gonna care for that person. You may never want to see them on the side of the road, but you definitely don't have the same type of love.
Right.
Like if that person call you in the middle of the night and they stranded, you might be like, you got Uber.
That's what I'm talking about. Like that person might hit you like, oh, I need so and so.
X, Y, and Z. Yeah.
Right. And then like would you jump? Like are you jumping for me? Are you jumping?
That love at first sight is dead though, bro. That love at first sight. That's a terrible analogy. So looking at you, I know that I love you. Without knowing their personality?
Can we get some ages?
Go ahead.
How old are we?
I'm 30.
28, you know?
I'm 31.
Yeah, I'm 30.
Okay.
30.
Okay, so alright, so I'm just trying to see
where we at. Baby down there.
I'm just trying to
I'm the hot 30. Hey, 94, we rocking. Next topic, man. Hey, what are key ways to making a woman happy? And what are key ways to making a man happy? Ladies first.
Oh, wow.
Ladies first. Okay, I like that.
So, I'm going to say this. Every woman is different. Every woman has what makes them happy. Some women like quality time. Some women like gifts. You know, it just depends on the woman. I don't think there is a set thing for every woman that says this is what makes a woman happy. I think that if you enter into a relationship with a woman and you agree to these things or you show her a certain characteristic to get her and she's feeling you gotta stay that way.
Don't change it up.
Right.
Don't change it up because that's
how you got him is how
you got her is how you have to stay because that's what she's drawn to. And what I find that is most men end up doing things to get the lady, but then they fall off. They get comfortable.
Gotta keep up on your maintenance, fellas.
So if she's that type of girl, like me personally, when I like to have fun, I like to go out to eat. I like a good conversation over a glass of wine. I'm not a club type of chick. I'm not a chick that likes to be out I don't like a lot of crowds, so I like a lot of intimate things. And if we start doing, those are the things that make me happy.
Okay.
So if we get into this relationship and then you try to take me to go do some shit that I ain't.
Sorry.
You know, to go do some stuff that I don't really like to do, then
Absolutely.
It's gonna be like, what?
like, what happened? So I mean, it can get dicey. Every woman is designed differently, and I feel like as a man, you cannot use the same thing that you've used on each. Like you can't.
Tell him that. Tell him.
You cannot do that. Like, I mean, but at the end of the day, I don't necessarily feel like you have to go out of your way to make her. I feel like you should just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
However you are, and if she don't like you that way, move to the next one. Because it's someone that's gonna match exactly how you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel like you have to.
I think people are. I think people. They don't know when that comes, so that's why people stick around. You get what I'm saying?
They stick around out of fear, thinking like they're gonna miss out.
Fear is a lot.
Okay, miss out on the good guy or miss out on the good girl. I mean, I agree with those points, but I feel like I'm gonna take a page out of Will Smith's book. I feel like both parties, you gotta be happy. You gotta make yourself happy.
Yeah.
I don't think somebody can necessarily throw money at a situation and be like, oh, you happy.
Yeah.
Just like y'all touched on the last subject, I could be throwing money at you and be right hooking you at the crib. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like you staying for the cash. You not happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like both individuals, it's got to be something within you where it's like you happy with yourself. You ain't looking for somebody else's validation where you able to have fun with one another. You able to, you know what I'm saying? Like we touched on it on a few shows back where you leveling up with one another, where it ain't such a push, pull, drag. I got to carry a dead weight situation.
Yeah.
You got somebody that's happy. And also I feel like one of the key things I think on both sides for male and females, listening skills.
Yeah.
Fellas. Listening skills, ladies as well, where it's like, and I feel like you got to be in tune with your lady and with your man where all stuff ain't got to be said, so you ain't got to do a whole bunch of listening. Watch your lady's body language. She ain't, you know what I'm saying? You can tell if she having a bad day. Watch her, you know what I'm saying? You can hear it in your man's voice. If something getting down on him, pay attention to your significant other. That's the way that you'll be able to build some sort of happiness. But trying to go into it like, oh, I'm trying to be the thing that makes you happy, it ain't going to work because, you know,
that's not you.
Example of a person with daddy issues where it might be easy to impress her with, you know, masculine stuff or the regular stuff because she ain't never had a male figure in her life. To somebody who had their dad where it's like, yo, my dad been taking me out to dinners, you know, sitting down with me, you know what I'm saying, telling me how to be treated as a lady and such, like, no, I ain't out here at the club doing the whole thing. I know how to be treated where it's like you ain't going to be able to give her McDonald's and chicken nuggets and stuff like that on a regular. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be like, well, where do we have our sit down time to do something? You know what I'm saying? Of some on a real level.
The whole listening thing. I agree with you with listening, but you gotta listen and understand.
Oh yeah,
yes. You can't be listening to me and just be blanked out. You gotta try to understand what I'm talking about.
You talking about from a man's point of view?
Yeah, from anybody's point of view. You know what I'm saying? I gotta understand what you're talking about. Just because I'm sitting there listening to you, don't mean I'm understanding what or taking in what I'm talking about.
So you're saying this is what keeps a man happy?
Yeah,
listening to him. Okay.
But really, there is no key. There's definitely not one key. There is no key. I feel like you should switch it up all the time. Honestly, I think you should mix it up. Like, cause it might be some stuff that you never came across that you didn't know that you like.
Okay.
But I might hit you to something you like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I might take you bungee jumping and you like, I never did this, I'll never do this. We jump off and you like, man, that's the most exhilarating thing I ever did before. I might take you to a gun range or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to shoot guns. You probably never did that. Just because you get wined and dined all the time, that's what you like, you in your comfort zone.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you should mix it up at all times. Like, be funny, be just, the key, my major key is smiling. Make you smile. Laughing and smiling. It don't matter if you
smile.
You both ways. It don't matter. It don't matter if you walking down the street.
You don't know too many.
I don't know too many funny girls.
I know some funny girls.
I don't know too many. That was a small tidbit. I don't know too many. I mean,
talk to us, Fury.
I'm definitely gonna have to go to the live for this one, man. And my man Oscar, he said don't do too much out the gate. Like I definitely disagree. No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that, man.
Tell us
I disagree with that, like, because, like, man, when I meet a woman, I'm trying to wow her. You know, I'm trying to do something that you ain't used to, like you know, like I'm trying to take you here, I'm trying to take you there, I'm trying to show you this, I'm trying to show you that. Like, I ain't just trying to Netflix and chill. Like, that's not.
At what point do you start this wowing? Do you figure out that she's worth the wow?
Yeah, I say about 3 dates, then you should know.
Okay.
Can't just get a wow to anybody.
Right. That's why I say 3 days.
Are you consistent with the wow though?
Oh, definitely.
I think you should.
Definitely. I'm definitely consistent with the wow.
Okay.
Like I'm not going to, you know, like do this to try to get you, and then you be like, oh, what's up with this? And I'll be like, oh, nah. We about to sit on the couch and.
I mean, if you consistently Big Bang hanking it, I can dap you up on that.
It ain't even about Big Bang though. It could be a walk on the riverfront. It could be. It could be, you know, you could just sit there, get on the swing, and sip some wine.
That's not wild though.
That is a wow though.
It is
a wow.
I don't feel like my man said.
Listen to the woman.
My man said
Say something. The simplest things make women so. You want to know why? Because we think about the effort. Like, oh my God, he thought about me to the point where he planned out our whole day or our whole time to sit out here on the swing. He had to run to the store. He had to go get the wine. He had to figure out what kind of wine I like. He had to make sure the weather was good.
You adding stuff to his though. How much thought does it take to be like, boo, grab my hand, we're gonna walk down the riverfront?
No.
But
you know, y'all schedules have to come together unless y'all just jobless. I don't know. I'm busy.
Right.
When a man plans something with me, he got to make sure I have this amount of time X'd out. Make sure his schedule is X'd out. Make sure the weather is right. You got to get the wine. Like, women like men that plan things, even if it's a small gesture.
Right. Like I feel like I'm a wow out the gate.
Mr. Romance.
Right.
Yes.
I'm a hero. I'm a wow out the gate because I mean, I just feel like every woman deserves to be wild, man. You know what I'm saying? Every woman deserves.
What's your definition of wild? Go ahead. Because he said walk in the park. What's your definition?
But he said walk in the park with some wine. He had a little romance to what he said.
No, but you mentioned the money. Always have to
okay.
Be.
Oh, okay. You saying that you don't have to spend money with the walk should be cool with that.
Yeah. Because she might.
Like bungee. If I go bungee jumping on the net, I mean.
But to be honest, she really probably. A lot of women never had a walk in the park and wine, bro. They haven't had that, so that is a wow for. It's a wow for some women.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, I just feel like every woman deserves some type of wow at the beginning. Like some women deserve that. I feel like all women deserve that. I really do. Like I ain't that type of cat. Like, oh, she don't deserve it. I ain't taking her nowhere.
She has. It's about making her feel special, making her feel separate from the rest.
Right. But I'm gonna speak on what can make a man happy.
Yes,
Major keys.
First off, for sure, ladies, you got to treat your man like a king.
He like to be wild. You gotta wow him.
I'm saying, that's real talk.
Let him talk.
Free. You have. I'm speaking for real. I'm speaking. I don't know no man who don't like to be treated like a king.
Yeah.
Right. That's real talk. A lot of women don't really want to do that because they feel like they're being taken advantage of, or they feel like it'll be too early, or they feel like they're not a wife, but those are keys to getting you married.
Submissive.
Right, they don't want to be submissive. Those are really keys for getting a woman married when you treating your man like a king. And what I mean by a king, I mean by being submissive. I mean taking care of the household things like cooking and him not having to ask you to cook, like doing things like both of y'all should be cleaning. Both of y'all should be cleaning though. Right. But I'm talking about like doing things like acts of service. Acts of service is things like I don't have to ask you to do these things for me. You know what I'm saying? You automatically just do them. You know what I'm saying?
My clothes is ironed in the morning.
I ain't even talking about just ironing, but making sure my things
constantly
straight.
Catering, constantly making sure I'm good.
Right, just constantly making sure I'm good. Whether you might iron my shirt.
I gotta get in the shower. Can I get?
But every man ain't looking for. But okay, you about to get in the shower, babe. Make sure I got a towel. Make sure I got a washcloth. You know what I'm saying? I know that's probably hard.
When somebody get up the
Right.
like,
I know that's hard and lazy. Yeah, make sure she got the soaps you like. You know what I'm saying?
Acts of service is a love language, though.
Right, it's a love
Everybody's love language might not be acts of service.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying it's
Because
still.
mine is words of affirmation.
But that's still being treated
And
like.
when I leave the barbershop, when I go home, I want my girl to be like, "Oh, I like your haircut."
Right, but that's still being
Oh,
treated
you
like a
looking
king.
good. You looking good today.
Talk to him.
Like, you feel me? Like mine is not acts of service.
Talk to him. But that's still being treated like a king, though.
Right. Go learn your love
Yeah,
language too.
she's speaking to the king. And
Right, she's still speaking. Right, she's speaking it. Right,
So I
though.
think
Exactly.
that ties
She's
back
speaking to the king
to
and
paying attention
yeah, she's speaking
to
to the
what
king.
makes that man
Right.
happy.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Because, I mean, there's a lot of women out here that go above and beyond
That's what a man
and
likes.
still get cheated on.
Not everybody though.
True.
Right.
I ain't
That's
gonna lie.
true. That's your love language. bro.
No,
That's your
I don't
love language.
I mean,
Hold on. I don't know no
I mean, I know
man.
it's some ladies watching, they want to know.
No, but
Like, we cooking,
right,
we sexing,
right.
house
Whoa,
clean, we buying shoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We complimenting, we posting pictures, babe, MCM, and they still getting cheated on.
True.
That is true.
So, I mean,
Go ahead.
Ask you a question.
Go ahead.
so I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do you decide what man to give that king treatment to? Not every man does.
Because you gotta get, he gotta be giving something back as well.
Okay.
He has to. I ain't saying that you just do all these things and he's not giving you the same thing in return. Whether
Okay.
he's speaking your love language, I'm talking about. But these are key
So
ways
he's
to keep
giving
it.
the queen
I'm talking
treatment.
about right. I'm talking
You
about.
have to earn that.
No, bro. Everybody should get that.
Okay.
Everybody should get that, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what people get misconstrued, bro. People say you have to earn this, bro. Just do it. If that's you, just do it.
Right.
But if
Stop
you feel
worrying about.
like,
Stop worrying about.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
stop
But if you
worrying
feel
about
like
that.
it's a one-way street and you
Right.
the only one,
That's not good.
Oh yeah, that's not good. Get out.
That's not good.
That's
Right.
toxic.
That's toxic.
Right, but I'm saying that everybody need to get out of their head like, oh, he ain't earning this, or if that's you, then that's you.
That's being prideful.
Yes, that's pride.
You ain't doing something out of spite of somebody
Right,
else, bro.
bruh.
It's like, bro, if
That's you.
if you the person that rub feet, you know what I'm saying? You the person that rub backs and,
Right.
and you do those things.
Real talk.
On a bad day, don't let those things slack. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause they ain't gonna be too many bad days.
That's what
bruh.
I'm talking about.
You don't get that many chances, because, bro, everybody's on a. The way you look at it, you know what I'm saying? I look at it glass half full. Everybody's on a short leash, bruh. Because there's always somebody that can treat your man or treat your girl better than you are.
That's
If you're
true.
slacking, bruh.
That's
So you
true,
gotta
bro.
look at it. You gotta. That's what being on your toes. Like man, I gotta do this because I don't know what the net. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the guy up the street is doing or
Let me
what
tell
that person may be. You know what I'm saying? Be
but that's why I
offering.
want to go back to what Fury was saying. He's saying his love language is words of affirmation. I understand that. I'm with you on that, but don't tell me that you don't like to get your back rubbed. And don't tell me you don't want it. You don't want something a cooked dinner.
After you get out of the shower,
you can't tell me that.
The back rubs, I can pass them.
But I'm saying you
But
want your henny
you still
poured up
you still
before
want
you get
acts
out.
of service though. At the end of the day, every
But
man
that's
wants
not-
some type of acts of
but
service.
that's not important to me though.
Cook dinner. So if she don't cook you no,
to
if she don't cook you no dinner, you ain't cool with you cool with that.
I'm cool. No.
Man,
Look. Of course, who doesn't like dinner?
Wait a
That's
minute.
acts of
Wait a minute.
service.
Time out. Because I just had a conversation with this guy at my job.
Go
And he
ahead.
said he knows how to cook. He was raised with a lot of women. He knows how to cook. He knows how to clean. He don't need no woman to do that.
What are you doing? I mean, what
He
you need
said
her to do?
he wants somebody that's going to be 50-50 with him. Like, you take care of you, I take care of myself, and everything will get taken care of.
I like the
So he just
strategy
wants to
though.
be single then.
man.
He don't want to still be single, but he don't necessarily need a woman to do for him.
But this
I mean, I understand. That's understandable,
I
but
do.
So
why wouldn't you want that though?
that's just him.
I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna say, what keys to keeping a man happy is being spontaneous for that man, showing that man that you appreciate him,
Real talk.
bringing him home some
What's
gifts.
spontaneous?
You know, just bringing him home a random gift or
Okay.
booking a trip or something for him, or taking him somewhere. Like, hey,
Bring
I
him
know
some-
you like basketball. Let's catch a game or
Okay.
something. You know what I mean?
E.Rich.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And I also like, and I also hold on, and I also, you know what I mean?
God.
Another key way is, ladies, y'all gotta allow y'all's man to grow. You know what I'm saying? I want to touch back on something Essie said. She said, if you come out the gate doing something, treating your woman a certain type of way, you need to stay that way. But we might have been together for 5-6 years. I might be a totally different person now. You know what I'm saying? I done grown and transformed into somebody that's totally different. I might not want to take you out to Benihana's every week now. You know what I'm saying?
It's not every week. I don't mean.
I know. I'm just
That's what I'm saying. People get into relationships and they'll get their girl and they get comfortable and they don't do nothing.
True.
That they used to do.
That's true.
Like, and there is no. It's not like you in a it's not like we're in a process of building a business. It's not like we're in a process of like having kids or something. You know, there's things that do stop certain things that happen in the beginning from happening so frequently. I think every real woman is very understanding of that. But when you get to a point where you don't do any of the things that you used to do, but you expect her to be that spontaneous, you know, happy woman.
That's not right though. That's not what I'm speaking.
That's
of.
where
You gotta kind of you have to continue to do certain things as well as she needs to continue to do certain things. Because women do let themselves go. They don't do their hair as much. They don't do their feet as much. They don't, you know, groom themselves the way
that effort that I think. What dude was saying, he might have been effort. Effort should be 50-50. Like I shouldn't be putting more in. I think that should be. But as far as like you do for you, you do for me type thing, like nah. Like if it's in me and I want to bring you home some flowers today, or boo, like you know what I'm saying, get your purse, we get ready to go see a movie today or something like that. That's not. I'm not expecting that out of you.
In this whole like back in the day. Type roles where the woman only cook clean and the man work and she don't work. He like, nah, I don't.
See, I can whip it up, but I still appreciate when my like it feel like I cook good. But I tell my baby like, yo, when you cook like it means something though. Like I know you went in there and you took time out of your day where it's like I'm eating it faster than I would eat my own food.
He said. You went in there and you took that amount of time. That's how women look at that swing.
Oh, okay, facts.
True.
That's how women look at that little.
When you get in here, man, we got a question from the line. We got my man Oscar. Shout out to you. What's up, Oscar, man? He say, never do too much out the gate when you come in and getting with somebody. He say, never do too much out the gate.
Don't listen to Oscar.
I think
right, yeah.
How you gonna get her?
That's the thing. It's like if you see a woman that you really, really want, why wouldn't you?
Right. That's what I'm
saying. But sometimes you don't have to do that, bro.
You don't have to do too much.
If she like me, like I said, bro, you don't have to do the wild. We could go for a walk. That's
it all
not
depends.
a wild.
It all depends on how you try to pursue her, though.
That's not a.
If I want you, I'm coming after you, and I want you. I'm willing to go above and beyond.
I feel like, I don't know.
I don't think a walk is going to solidify.
Right, spending time.
I don't think a walk will solidify me out the gate. I think I need to do something to solidify myself.
Yeah, and that's, you need to, first of all, you do need to establish yourself in a woman's life to let her know, hey,
I'm here.
Like, cut off whoever else you texting.
I don't think I was trying to.
Because, let me tell you something. If you see a woman that you like 9 times out of 10 more men like her.
Right.
So... if you're not separating yourself from what these other men, I mean, because they good mornings, every morning. She getting at least, hold on, she getting at least 5 good mornings.
That's simple, right?
Hold on, she's getting at least 5 good mornings, 5 what are you doing, 5 how's your days. She might get flowers randomly through the week from the man that she just ignored.
She only like that one.
What do you mean?
No,
because men it can be all 5 of us going after the same lady. You feel me? But if she already has her eyes on the one that she want, your good morning is going to be way different from our good morning.
I'm telling her to hop on a plane and we're about to go to Vegas.
So what? But so what?
But why you sending her good mornings and you talking about come over and let's watch that? Why you watching that? Okay, but you know what? She's still going to Vegas with me. Okay, but she's still going to Vegas with me though. So she's still going to Vegas with me though.
Hold on.
She's still going to Vegas.
Hold on, but after a while, you're X'd out. If he keep pursuing like
that,
you're done.
You're done.
Yeah. At the beginning,
it's over for you.
No, it's not, bro, because it's up to her if she want to keep going with
keep
you,
thinking that.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep thinking that.
Hold up. Because your wow factor, because I don't think walks in the park is a wow factor. It's spending time with each other. Your wow factor, you said you taking her to Vegas, right? She coming back with me, taking that walk in the park, and she loves my walk in the park way more than she loves going to Belleville.
I would beg
But then next week I'm taking her to LA.
Hey,
And then
I
we're
would
gonna go
beg
to
to
Florida.
Right.
And she's gonna go.
She going.
She's gonna go.
That's 12.
She's gonna go.
Hey, hold on. He said she going. You said she going.
12.
He said, but she gonna keep coming back and taking walks with me. Okay, now we going. Now we going to Sprite. Now we going to an island.
AKA you.
Oh, but she coming back and taking walks.
At the end of the day, it does depend on who she feels most. Because even if you get because I mean, this is personal experience. You got a guy like here, but this one is like, who makes you laugh?
Thank you.
You gonna kind of
Right, but I understand what you're saying. But I don't think Fury means that he just like spin him. I think he mean like I'm
gonna
doing this.
do what you're doing times 10.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, but if she likes me, it doesn't matter what you're doing to try to impress her if her heart is on me, bro.
Yeah, what Joe Biden said, no matter what
he
you
has
do.
a very good
bro.
point.
I see what you're saying.
It don't matter what you do,
She's
bro.
still taking
She
this
may
trip.
take this
She's
trip.
still gonna take this trip.
That's
And then come back.
That's wrong.
And then come back to me.
Okay, you shouldn't want her though. You shouldn't want her.
I
I don't want you, baby. If I'm doing me and I'm doing stuff with my heart, and you going on trips with my man, because I can't take you on a trip, I'm done with you. Hey, period.
Over.
We're done.
I'm rocks with
Men
that,
do it all the
man.
time. Y'all swim around and pick and choose until y'all like, okay, her.
I feel that. I feel that.
Women do the same thing. It's
Yeah, but I'm just, I just at the end of the day, I feel like you gotta treat that man like a king, and I don't listen to Fury, don't listen to him. Every man likes some type of acts of service.
I love
Something
it.
some type.
That is true.
They like a meal, some type of acts of service. Whether you bringing me something to eat, back scratch, rubbing my feet, like all men like that. I'm sorry, I don't know not one man who can. Every man likes to be catered.
Girls like
You hear that Beyonce?
rubbing through their hair and all of that. They be asking you. Girl ain't never asked you to rub through her hair and stuff like that. Like
Females like that.
It go both ways.
It go both ways, but I'm just saying, I'm talking about how to keep your man happy. I'm talking from a man's point of view. I'm telling the ladies.
I disagree.
You gotta treat your man like a king, and you can't have that mentality like he don't deserve that.
Hey, and you
know what I'm
got
saying? Because those are key steps to you getting married, and those are key steps for a man proposing to you. That real talk.
Right.
That's real talk.
And I'm gonna stop being political. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop this bomb on you. And you gotta be giving up that. Yeah.
box.
No.
Yeah, you got to.
No.
Don't listen to him either. Though.
Right, don't listen to him. But if he wants to be around, he's going to be around regardless
True.
of you giving up the box.
He's gonna be a sad. He's
Talk
gonna
to
be a
him.
sad puppy.
Talk to him.
He's
sitting around like a sad puppy.
He's going to be a sad puppy.
No box at all, and he putting a ring on it.
No, not happening.
Yes. If he really
wants
to be there, no box at all, he's going to put a ring on it.
I think if he really,
Not in 2018.
Nah.
Not at all.
Nah. That's because the standards is down.
yeah, real talk. That
He
be
put
up
those
again.
standards up here.
That be up again, bro.
He's definitely going to wait. He's going to
So you
wait.
think
Wait a
both-
minute,
you
he's
think
not
you
gonna
think
wait,
both
but he's
y'all
gonna be
feel that way
sorry.
at
He's
the
not
same
gonna be
time?
happy about not getting the box.
You think both y'all gonna feel that way at the same time?
What you mean?
Y'all both not gonna have sex?
Nah, but if she
Because
tells
you
you
gonna
that
get cheated on, bro.
first of all, you have to go off of the woman. If it's a woman that you're pursuing, you have to go off of what she's off of what she's going off of. So if she tells you no box, that's what you got to go off of, and then it's your decision if you want to stay or not.
That
I'm
is
out.
true.
I'm unhappy.
But yeah.
I'm unhappy. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
unhappy.
other way though, now if it's the other way, and if it's a woman that wants you, and then you tell her like, look, I'm not giving you until we marry, then she'd be like, oh okay, and if she leave, then who cares?
I'm unhappy.
Who cares?
Hey, I'm unhappy. Give it up.
94 we rockin'. Hey, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Special guest, Essie Divine.
Thank
Tell
you,
me what they can find you
man.
at.
We're gonna give a gift. A hand clap, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate
Find me
that.
on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Essie Defined.
Essie
Capital S, capital C, Defined.
Essie Divine. And you can find 94 Feet on Facebook, IG. It's 94 Feet Live. That's 94 FEET Live. You can find us on YouTube. It's 94 FT Live. Subscribe to us. Get us rocking, please. We gonna have this video uploaded here soon. You can go back, check us out, subscribe to us, please. We gonna get it going.
For
Hey,
sure.
with that being said, 94 we rockin', 94 we poppin', we ain't stopping. Y'all know what it is. This is where the talk get real,
Yes,
where the
sir.
talk get ill. Every Monday we back at it again. Late nights under the bright lights, 9:30 p.m. Foes up.